doing the Taurus live, and I have still some time in this room, so I thought I would do a little chat about the upcoming Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde. Those of you who follow astrology, you might know that this week we also have a lunar eclipse coming up, and it could be affecting your relationships, but it could also be affecting your finances. Now, when I say relationships, I'm talking about all relationships. It can be your love life, it can be your family, it can be your friends, so it can be your work colleagues. It can happen in any area of your life. So the area of your life that needs to be reevaluated the most, that's probably where you're going to see some funkiness coming up. Of course, we have the regular retrograde stuff going on, but then we're assessing on a deeper level our relationships. So I can pull some cards and see what the universe has to say about this upcoming retrograde. And so, yeah, the lunar eclipse is going to be on the 14th. It's a lunar eclipse. And those are basically, are they full moons? I think those are full moons that we'll see. So it's going to be a full moon, a Mercury retrograde, and a Venus retrograde. And so it's going to be a lot of funkiness. And I think a lot of astrologers are amped up for this, saying, you know, that March, with all these astrological events, with all the astrological events that we have going on in March, that it could be a time for you to completely change your life. So watch out for that and be ready for it. It's coming for your relationship. Oh, thanks. Yes. You never know what's going to come out in the readings, right? Sometimes good, sometimes bad. So what's coming up? What's coming up for the collective during this Venus Mercury retrograde eclipse season? Have you guys noticed anything different? How many of you guys have had some weird stuff happen? I had a friend who's already gone through a breakup that already happened a week or two ago. So, sure, Tarot Girl, thanks. Yes, some of us could actually be experiencing disappointment during this period of time. So yes, there could be a lot of breakups during this time. There could be a lot of us reevaluating breakups that already happened, looking back in time and looking back at the situations that weren't so good. 5 of Cups there. For some of you guys, I'm not going to tell you all what to do. But from an astrological standpoint, it's not a great idea to go back to a relationship that wasn't so good, right? Because the exes tend to come out during Venus and Mercury retrograde, because it's like, have you learned that lesson? Have you really closed the door? Are you really over it? Is there something that you need to learn here? Okay, and it's going to be, you're going to be tested during this time. Okay, what else might we experience during this retrograde lunar eclipse? And of course, it's going to be happening in different houses for you guys. Disappointing news, disappointing. I feel like we're going to be getting surprise. We're going to be getting surprise messages, okay? They may or may not be good. Obviously, it's going to be different for all of us. People coming out of the woodwork, bringing up maybe different type of feelings, maybe triggers for us. What else might, it's going to be a lot. What else might the collective be experiencing during this time? 8 of Pentacles. Of course, what I was saying before, our work could be affected. You could have more work opportunities than you have in the past, okay? 8 of Pentacles. Some of you guys are going to be not even messing with the romantic relationship aspect of it, and you're just going to be putting all that energy into work, which is fine. I sometimes see the 8 of Pentacles as doing the emotional work, self-development, so you guys definitely could be talking more about your self-development. What else will the collective see during this time? Yes, okay, so these are karmic cycles that have yet to be closed out with the world in reverse. So karmic cycles that have yet to be closed out, lessons that you haven't learned yet, okay? Things tend to repeat themselves, right? We tend to repeat mistakes in our lives if we haven't learned the lesson, if we don't. Hello, May. So the world in reverse, and it can be, some of you guys, this is saying you could be experiencing a stuckness if it isn't that you're repeating cycles, karmic cycles, you know, things that need to be learned still, repeating lessons that you haven't learned, things not ending, things that need to be ended, but also stagnancy, okay, that we could be feeling just stuck in a rut. Because things are delayed, things are moving weirdly, especially because we got the retrograde going on, and this hasn't quite happened yet. So you guys, the tarot question live, I'll be doing that on the weekend. So if you have a tarot question, come back on the weekend. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like a lot of you guys think that you're stuck, but especially if it's about work or career, you could be reevaluating because you're wanting some expansion here because you're feeling like things aren't coming in. But the thing is that it is. The reason that you're reevaluating things now is because you are about to have an upgrade, about to have an up-leveling in your life. So you need to change some things. You need to move some things around to allow for the abundance to come in. So you're going to reevaluating things, seeing where you can expand your network. And so we will be doing that. TWC, you need to calm down, okay? I don't want to remove you from the chat, unless that's what you want. Four of Swords. Okay. Four of Swords. Why is the Four of Swords here? Yeah, you can chat. Go ahead and chat. The Tower. I always have to do the tarot for everybody. Some of you, as I was saying before, some of you guys, there could be like sudden fallouts in relationships or sudden fallouts in jobs, things kind of falling out of your life unexpectedly because they're not meant to be there with the Tower. And some of you like are feeling stuck. You're like, all of a sudden things aren't moving the way that I wanted them to. All of a sudden, you know, things like that. I feel sad and disappointed because of my BF's strange attitude. Ah, okay. Okay, thank you. Eight of Wands. So some things are going to be stalled so that other things can move forward, so that other things can progress. Eight of Wands. You're reassessing of where you can put your energy and your time. Yeah, maybe he wants a break. Who knows? Well, that type of thing is Venus retrograde changes right there. That, you know, somebody acting differently, that's a Venus retrograde thing right there. Some of you guys could be experiencing anxiety during this time. And I see that because things are changing. Oh, sorry to hear that, May. Oh, no worries. Pulling some cards for the retrograde. Bye-bye. All right. This is a confusing time for everybody, okay? The Seven of Cups. It's because you're being pulled in more directions, more than one direction at the same time, and it can be feeling very overwhelming. I feel like your senses are going to be heightened. You're going to be more sensitive to the changing energies around you, especially if you're an empath or if you have any kind of intuitive or psychic gifts. They're going to be amped up during this time. Some of you guys could have anxiety as well because of insomnia or anxiety because of the lunar eclipse that's happening this Friday. Direction King says maybe he has just gotten into trouble and he is stressed. Oh, yeah, that's, relationships are challenging, and especially during this Venus retrograde energy, definitely it's going to bring about issues, struggles, things that you need to work through with your partner. Suddenly people going cold on you. Yeah. Because of the energy here, it's changing, and people react differently with these astrological energies. Some people shut down, other people become super aware and super heightened to the energy. Find a good woman for me in these cards. I have a lot of love to give. You married me. You guys can get together in the chat there. There you go. I found you someone right there. You guys can hook up. You can meet. Be careful meeting anybody in the chat room. I don't know any of you guys. So you gotta be careful out there. You never know who people are. I have a problem that everyone at my workplace want to beat me. What? Maybe you should find a new workplace. I thought that's what you were doing. You guys can be chatting now if you want. People are going to be going cold out of nowhere on you, questioning your loyalty. And if you are in tuned, if you have any kind of intuition or psychic abilities, you're going to be very sensitive to other people's energy. So you're going to notice. You're going to notice how they're acting towards you, and that it could put some stress on you, the way people act. I want to have a new place. Definitely, if your boyfriend has trouble, they should tell you. Detachment and boundaries. Yes, I feel like people's boundaries are going to be tested during this time. You're gonna have to learn to communicate your boundaries during this time. We should always be communicating our boundaries. I think there's going to be a lot of soul searching right now, a lot of changes in people's energies and upgrades. Relationships under review, careers under review, people feeling lost, soul searching. There's going to be a lot of that during this time. Oh, I've been single a long time, so I can't speak to that about how to get someone to open up to you, but that is what you're supposed to do. In a relationship, in a romantic relationship, you're supposed to communicate more than you ever have, probably more than you even are comfortable communicating. And I think that's where a lot of people falter, because they don't know how to express themselves in that way. Unlucky people who wouldn't, yeah, sure. It takes a lot to be in a relationship, to stay in one. It's not just hard to get in a relationship. It's hard to be in one and stay in one. And I feel like, you're not going to see that on Instagram. On Instagram, people are only sharing positive things. Oh, I'm glad that you guys are finding solace in the chat. Yay. Why aren't you giving anyone a chance? Oh, okay. Well, it is what it is. Some people have other priorities in life. Yeah. It's good to keep things to yourself. I won't talk too much about me. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for you guys. And what do you guys need? Are you guys all in the chat? Are you guys all single in the chat? Are you guys all on the apps, or where are you guys at? What are you guys doing? Where are you guys at? Are you guys all involved? And you'll have to tell me if you're experiencing any retrograde stuff. May, have you talked to your boyfriend about it? Because I feel like you should be telling him everything that you're saying here. Not on apps. Live in Los Angeles. Yeah, May, you have to talk to your. This is what I was saying before. The reason relationships don't work is people are afraid to bring things up. And well, that's not the only. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why. Infidelity and the apps make it very easy for people to talk to other people. The way the world works right now. But if you see something wrong, if there's some kind of issue, you have to talk about it with your partner. And if they're unwilling to talk with you, that's a red flag. So, And Alfio, I used to live in Los Angeles, so I know what it's like. Trying to meet people in Los Angeles is the worst because everybody just wants to get famous. I didn't vibe with Los Angeles. There's a lot of beautiful places to see in Los Angeles. It was not my vibe, though. Do you like being in LA? He loves you but is immature. Yeah, maybe that's true. You're giving good advice, Reaction King. But, people will shut down instead of talking about the things that they need to talk about. Where are you guys all at in the world? We have Los Angeles here. You don't have Snapchat or TikTok, just IG. You love LA? Cool. There are a lot of places to eat. That's true. Every type of restaurant you can think of. Adriana says, I've been on a solo journey and meet many people, yet found no one to trust like a friend. So I wonder why, because I wonder maybe that you have trust issues and you got to work on that in yourself to know that you can trust yourself to choose the right people. That's a new topic to talk about. Problems bring us closer. Problems can't bring you closer. You're right about that, because if you have a problem and you share it, then you have a bonding moment and it lets you know more about the other person. And I think people are really afraid to talk about their concerns in relationships. That's probably one of the biggest. And I'm not sure if you can Google the statistics on this, but I think people's biggest regrets when they pass away is that they didn't express themselves, that they didn't say this to that person, they didn't say I love you enough, or whatever. So the things that are left unsaid ends up being one of the biggest regrets that we have. If they only knew how I felt, things would be so much better. But also the things that we didn't go after that we wanted to in life. Oh, you have to come to the free tarot questions for me to read you today. I do that on the weekends. I can't do that every day. You can pay me $5 and then I'll answer your question. $5 a question. Yes. Well, you guys, I'm just going to stand for a few more minutes and I'm probably going to get off. Pulled some cards on the Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde. It's going to be a murky time for everyone, but you can get through it. We're all going to be tested. All of us are going to be tested. And if you have any retrograde stories, feel free to tell me in the comments. I have faith and trust. I believe in. Oh, good. No one saw trust in me. Aww. Oh, thank you. Thanks for subscribing, Miss May. Yes, you come back to the free tarot questions this weekend. We'll pull cards for everyone. I read somewhere your brain stays alive for 7 minutes and process all your happy moments, trying to create memories with special someone. I'm done being solo. Okay. Reaction Cake says dump him. Well, she's gotta talk about the red flags before she dumps him, because she'll regret it. She's got to talk about the red flags first. Talk about it. He wants your companionship. He wants your compassion and your gentleness. I feel like a lot of the times they just want to be babied, you know, they just want to be, because, you know, and the masculine energy is constantly in this place of pursuing. And then once they get into the relationship, that pursuing kind of ends. And I don't know if they ever want to be pursued themselves, or they want someone to kind of goat them into communicating, which I think can be a challenging thing to do, because you kind of, you know, to goat someone into being open with you. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, you want someone to warm up to you. Maybe you can go out and have some fun and see if that helps them open up. There's nothing to regret if you don't look back. That's great insight. That's what's happened with my lover, running around chasing and ignoring me. Oh, yeah. Well, if someone's ignoring you, it might be time to cut them loose. Breakup is a sign to see. Yeah, well, that we did your reading, and the reading said that there could be someone new coming in for you. But you have to be willing to end a relationship when it's time to end it, because I think a lot of people think that if they let go of a relationship, they're never going to find someone new. And I think that because we're so isolated on our phones and our devices, we forget that there are billions of people out there. There's billions of people out there, and if you're in a place where there aren't a lot of people, you can go somewhere where there's more. Or, you know, there's billions of people out there. Can't be afraid to walk away, and you can't be afraid to approach conflicts in a relationship because you think that they're going to leave you, or something like that. Hi, growing pain. You have to let it end. You can't be afraid. Can't be afraid of something ending, because then if you're afraid of something ending, you'll put up with things that you shouldn't. You're gonna miss the red flags. You're gonna miss the signs that it's time to go. What are we doing today? Yeah, I pulled some cards earlier for the Venus retrograde, and we're just chatting now about relationships, because Venus retrograde is going to test our relationships, all types of our relationships, Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, and the lunar eclipse. We're going to do the tarot questions on the weekend. That's when I do those. Yesterday I did this. I had choice to stay home or go out, and I chose go out. That's good. Thank you, the one. Smoking and chilling. Yeah, it's legal to smoke marijuana out here, but it's not my... You know what I like to do? I like to drink magnesium. How many of you guys have tried it? Magnesium. They have sober non-alcoholic cocktails with adaptogens and magnesium in it, and it's delicious. Maythaw, why you love him? Tell us. See, all these things that you're telling us, May, you've got to tell your boyfriend. You have to tell him. Yeah, you have to tell him. You have to have the difficult conversation. And you know, if you can't do it alone, you can call a therapist. Because relationships take work, and they take communication, more communication than you're used to doing. Oh my God. Okay. Control yourself, the one, or I'll ban you from the chat. You guys, I'm probably going to end this live. I have the room, and I just wanted to use it while I have it. Because you guys know that I'm in between. I think he is dumb. If May talks to him, he will be like, what's that? What does that? Oh my goodness. You gotta be gentle. He wants to support your dreams. Oh, that's good. That's good. You guys can support each other. Yes, it's important to support one another's dreams. How was my day today? I'm kind of tired. It rained. It rained, which is kind of a, it's still raining outside, which is kind of a bummer. Well, if you love them, then you got to work on it. You got to get them to talk to you. Yeah, try and make it fun. Try and go out. Go out, have some fun, loosen them up, and, you know, like they're your friend again. Because if you don't have, if your partner isn't your friend, then you're missing out on something, on that rapport, that bonding. You're missing out on that rapport, on that bonding. You got to be friends with your partner. That's usually the first thing that you want to do, is establish a friendship, the baseline of friendship, and to be able to communicate with someone. So. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I mean, I'll give it a few more minutes. Once we hit the 30-minute mark, I'm gonna probably close it out. But if you guys want to vent, we'll ask one question in the chat. What is your biggest relationship obstacle to date? I'm stressing on how to come up with $400 for my light bill. Yeah, aren't we all? Please do not ask for money in my chat, or I will remove you. What is one relationship challenge that you are all experiencing right now? You can put it in the chat. I thought that would be a good topic. Your biggest obstacle is confidence. So that's what you need to work on for retrograde, is to build your confidence. Yes. Anybody else want to share what their biggest relationship obstacle is to date? And what is a relationship obstacle? What's blocking you, or what is troubling you in your current relationship, or from having a relationship? How to love? You don't love anymore? Oh, that is an issue. And how are you going to overcome your lack of loving love? How can you love again? Maybe you can watch a bunch of rom-coms and it can inspire you that, you know, 200 Days of Summer. That's a good one. Or The Notebook. That's a good rom-com. Well, it's not a, I don't think it's a rom-com, but it's a romantic. For me, women looking for that 10. I'm in the middle, I guess. Oh, but I feel like Eli Fio, that sounds like a confidence issue as well. It sounds like you're maybe going after unavailable women, and you have to be more confident with yourself. How are you going to overcome it? Think of yourself as a 10, and others will too. I don't like that we rate people like that. I think it's demeaning, actually. And it kind of reminds me of Facebook, because Facebook, when it was first created, you guys know what Facebook was when it was first created, right? It was a ranking system, and it's become something completely different. But it's almost like we walk around thinking life is a beauty contest, but it's not a beauty contest. There's other things to life than that. Simple. Start loving anything. Practice. Yeah, okay, Adriana. Start finding love in life again. Women love 10. But that's a subjective number. You don't even know what it is. I'm working on self-love, but that is, so how can I prove that I love? Have compassion. I honestly stopped chasing. I just go about my day now. I can travel, work remote, so I'm ready for my miss. Yes, good. I don't chase, I attract. That's good. But you do still have to show interest. And I think that's something that we don't talk about, because that whole I don't chase, I attract. And what does it look like to still show interest without chasing? Because I think that's an important lesson to learn. because you still have to put yourself out there. You still have to show interest. You can tell someone that you like them and that you have interest in them without chasing them. And sometimes you do have to do that. Sometimes you have to start things off. So that's the hard part. You love yourself, and in the same way you love others. Haha, the lesson must be learned. That's your favorite thing to say. So I think Adriana, you should study Buddhism, because in Buddhism there is no you. There's only us. And having, I think it could help you once you're all the way healed to do some community service. And you have to start getting attached to people again, and showing up for other people, putting the love out there, and honestly helping somebody, going out of your way to help someone, doing community service, stuff like that is an act of love in itself. And it can make you feel all warm and tingly inside, like, oh, try it out, you never know, it might make you feel differently. It definitely makes you feel love, 100%. That's an idea. Doing community service, acts of kindness, stuff like that. Yeah, that can help you love yourself too. Okay. For sure, yes, I understand, but I am still healing. Well, you gotta heal first. And then when you are able to, you can go out there into the world. I think it's a good time for you to start journaling all these things. Hi, Sunset. Adriana, you could start journaling all these things. I know there's a lot of resources online that can help you tap into that, how to love again. But it all starts with writing and journaling and asking yourself questions, and doing the deep dive. Say I love you loudly. Yeah, I think that's an affirmation that you can do in the mirror to help you build confidence and help you love yourself more. Affirmations, 100%. Sunset, where are you tuning in from? We're asking everyone to say what their biggest relationship challenge is right now for the Venus retrograde. If you would like to participate, if not, that's okay. Hello, Ergo Video. Sunset from the beach. It looks like sunset heart, like that's what it looks like. I haven't been to the beach. It's too cold here to go to the beach. My friend broke my heart because she said oh, that's not a very nice thing. I'm so sorry. Sometimes people say things when they're upset. That sounds like a Venus retrograde thing. So, sometimes people say things out of anger because they're hurt and they don't really mean it. I don't put myself out there, but too many options with these apps, so I get glossed over. Yeah, people say things when they're hurt and that they don't mean. Can happen. Probably doesn't really mean it, but she was hurting inside. But that doesn't excuse it. People have to learn how to manage their emotions better. She said so because she thinks of herself. Oh, you never know. But Alfio, you got to keep putting yourself out there, even if you think you're getting glossed over. I may feel like my BF wanna break up in his mind. Well, you got to ask him if that's what he wants. Have the hard talk with him, May. Thank you for helping me. I see now that I have to fix your heart. Yeah, you got to heal your heart chakra. Cheryl says, recently had some health issues that changed my ability to date the way I used to. Do you see that changing in the future? We'll do the free questions live this weekend, Cheryl, so keep that question in mind, and we'll pull some cards on it for this weekend. I'm probably going to end this live soon. We're just chatting right now. I have not doing the tarot this very second. If I'm not doing the free tarot questions, then the questions are $5. Or you can wait until we do the tarot. Free tarot live. And I'm sorry to hear that happened. but I'm sure there's ways around it. I don't know how to talk to him because he's not clearly talk his feelings. Maybe he could go to therapy. A lot of people go to therapy. I feel like going to therapy in the beginning of a relationship can help you see if the relationship is worth keeping. Oh, Reaction King, don't be mean. She needs help. Come back this weekend and we'll pull some cards. Everybody has the right to their own opinion. Yes. You gotta be nice. Jesus loves you. Oh boy. Tarot doesn't hurt anybody. It's just literally a piece of cardboard. That's okay, Cheryl. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I don't understand why people think tarot is demonic. Do you guys know the tarot history? That's okay. The history of tarot was actually that this was a card game. So I don't know how anyone could see a card game as demonic, because it's not. I just told you the history. It was invented as a card game in like the 1500s, I think, in like somewhere in Europe. So it was a card game for the elite. Kabbalah, you're right. Kabbalah is part of the tarot. That was added later. It's called the Tree of Life or something like that. All of that was added later. So, but yeah, if you see like if anything, there's a lot of Christ or God in tarot than anything else. But it was a card game, and the fact that of the fortune telling was added way later. So it was just invented to be a card game for the elites, and astrology was added later. Fortune telling was added later. All of that was added later. So it's definitely not demonic. It's just a piece of cardboard. It can't hurt anybody. Not unless people get too attached to the tarot giving you meaning. You don't need to ascribe that much importance on what the tarot tells you. It's not going to change anything in your life. The only thing that's going to change anything in your life is you and the actions that you do. So we don't need to give tarot as much power as people give it. Yes, May, you're fine. Don't worry, Reaction King. Oh my God. I don't have subscribers only mode on right now, so there's a lot of trolls in the chat, and I will delete you. I felt it is a connection to spirits, good, bad, plus hearing. Yeah, you can get messages from the divine. Well, the thing is that tarot has wisdom, and it has wisdom in it. The way that it was created, because when they added the astrology and the Kabbalah to it, each card was made so that it would relate to you at one point in your life. And it was made with a lot of wisdom. So if you use it that way to get to know yourself and to get wisdom to know yourself, it can be used for positive things. A collective card. You got the Knight of Swords. Slow down. There you go. That's your collective card. Knight of Swords says slow down. And in this deck, the Knight of Swords, let's see. Oh, I opened up right to it. This is the Tarot of the Divine, which is folklore. And this is a Malaysian legend. The Knight of Swords is a strong and assertive warrior. Hang Tuah, an intelligent soldier, is unafraid of leaping into battle and employing unconventional techniques to win. He is rebellious, loyal, and a fierce champion. So don't be afraid to win. Don't be afraid to leap into battle and this is about bravery and confidence and being action oriented. Don't be afraid to take action, inspired action. Of course, we don't have to go full speed ahead. We can go very slowly towards the things that we want, but this is inspired action. Because we were talking about confidence before, and this is all about confidence. I told you everyone wants to fight. No, it doesn't have to be physical fighting, just standing up for yourself. You're finding your miss? Yeah, you got to tell someone you like them. You don't have to chase them, but you can tell them that you like them. Because there's a dance that we do in dating, and it's that delicate dance. There's always going to be one person who's initiating. There's no changing that. That's the hard part about attracting people when you don't want to chase them, is that there still has to be someone who initiates things. It's the dance, the cat and mouse dance. Okay, you guys, I'm going to get on out of here now, but I know you guys want to do the questions, so I will probably do that this weekend, and I'm just going to be putting out the sign readings, so maybe I'll see you guys there. I hope this reading elevated your consciousness some type of way, shape, or form. Have a great day. I'll see y'all later. Bye.